I'm Josh Windass, and these are my Sheffield Wednesday goals so far. So obviously I remember this one. It's my first ever goal on loan. Jumping on Big Dom. It's mad seeing all the Connor Wickham, Pella Pessi, Leesy. Remember this one because I came on, we were 3-0 down at home to Derby. And I came on, I remember that one because Rooney played. And obviously Rooney's like one of my heroes. COVID, man. No, not much to comment on that one. Yeah, Izzy Brown. Banged my head on the goalie studs there. That was a good pass from Izzy Brown, actually. That was first game of the season after, weren't it? Carabao Cup. I see that one. I just caught eyes with Ricci. Ricci had a good football brain. Exactly the same with this one. And as soon as he saw my run, he always used to play it in the right area. His football brain was really good. That was a rare header. And like I just said with Ricci, with Baz is the exact same. Once we catch eyes, we don't really speak on the pitch. Stuff like that, once we catch eyes, he knows where I'm going to go. High pressing. This was a bad season though for us. I don't think many of us enjoyed playing this season. No fans, struggling. Points deduction, weren't it? This points deduction season, yeah. That finish was naughty though. It's one of my favourite goals, this. Just don't know if I can run that quick anymore. That was a great ball from Rhodesy, that. He knew exactly where I was going. Again, Ricci. See, that looks like I meant that touch, but the touch was actually not what I wanted it to. I wanted it to go flat, but then, because it was up in the air, I had to just ping it in the bottom bin. Yeah, Kadeem Harris, layoff. It's not an enjoyable goal to watch though, that is it? Is that last penalty we got? Yeah, I'm glad that season was over. This season, personally as well, was even worse for me. Probably the only season in my career where I've missed the majority of it through injury. I was never feeling 100% in any of these clips. Stocky in goal there, look, went down in instalments, didn't he? That was a really good goal. But all these goals in the first League One season, I think I started 3 games. I think in the whole season, I didn't feel good in any part of this season. That was lovely though. Forest Green. Forgot about that one. Header from a corner, you won't see many of those. Hopefully you see more of those. Keeper should save that though, it bounced before it went in. That was in the cup, I think. I like this goal as well because I spoke to Fizz before the game exactly about that exact scenario. And obviously it happened, and that's why Fizz was so happy in the celebration, if you remember, because we spoke about that exact goal just before it happened. And no matter what George Byers tells you, that pass was not for me. I promise you that pass was not for me. This game was a jolly up. Some of the games in League One were just too easy. I think that's why we switched off quite a little bit in it. That was beautiful. This is probably my favourite game, I reckon, since we've been here, maybe. One of them anyway. Just because of how well we played. We didn't just rob it, we dominated. It's a lovely pass from Smudge, that. Again, like with Ricci and Baz, with Smudge, he always seems to know where to flick the ball and where I'll be running. He's got quite a good brain in terms of stuff like that. Although he weren't up here though, because he thought he scored and I took his goal off him. Fizz had so much pace. That was scary, that. Again, just a little bit of movement. Unbelievable pass from Jamo, that. That was some pass that makes the whole goal. This is my favourite goal I've scored here in terms of just technique. Like on the half volley, that is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. And obviously this was just, in terms of what it meant to everyone, was unbelievable, but won't see many diving headers. Keeper probably should have saved it, to be honest. But he was probably as tired as all us. Even the start of this goal, though, the technique from Fizzy's pass there, straight clean on the floor. Gregor's turned into Riyad Mahrez for about 5 seconds. And then, yeah, like I normally do, to be honest, I just come in late when midfielders are not tracking. Score quite a few goals from that sort of area. And yeah, obviously, what the goal meant for everyone for the season we should have gone up automatically. And yeah, was obviously, after that was a good moment. And this was like this goal was more like a relief, because this was I think Cisco had left about 4 or 5 weeks before, and obviously we'd not scored many goals. I'd not scored this season until this point. It was just more of a, finally, all the lads were like, about time after I'd scored that goal. It took me a while to get off the mark in that season. But obviously when Danny came in, we got back on the right track again. This was our best performance of last season, I'd say. Hull. We absolutely dominated them from start to finish. They were a playoff team at the start and we dominated them, even before the red card. And I don't even know how I get into stuff like that. Always happens to me. That was nice, because my old mate from Rangers, Jack Cannick, was in goal. This was a good performance as well. I think Cam saved 2 penalties in this game, so we got a little bit lucky, but the performance was good overall. This game in particular is probably the worst I played in all of last season. And when I scored, selfishly, I was thinking, that's got me out of jail, that, because I've had such a bad game. But yeah, we still lost the game. Yeah, we played really poorly. Yeah, that goal's just a joke. I wanted to go with the outside of my foot, but yeah, I don't think you'd score that again if you tried. I just knew it was good. But it's because of how big the game was. We had to win. So to produce it in a game of that magnitude was obviously even better. And that would just cap off a 3-0. We'd battered West Brom that day. And they were a top team, still are a top team. And we obviously needed to win to stay up, and we battered them. And obviously when you're in pressure situations like that, to have a performance like that, the whole team did. I remember Ugg scored an unbelievable goal in that game finish. Baz.
What was the thing with the shirt? Wearing the shirt now?
Of just relief, because I didn't even know it was going to go to the last day at this point. I thought that was us done. So I thought we'd stayed up then. I thought 3-0 done. Paul does this a lot, but I always hammer him because he never seems to pick me out in that spot. You know, the Wembley spot, the exact same position, but from the other side. I'm always in round about that position. And obviously, in terms of the club, that went 2-0 first half. We knew it was done. So that was just more like not a relief, but now we're definitely safe. So obviously it meant a lot to everyone, but I think with the week before against West Brom we felt more relief than that game. But Sunderland, we kind of just went there and played with freedom, which, as you know, in that season we didn't get to play with freedom once because we were so bad. But yeah, going into this season, if we can perform like we did the last 3 months of that season, then we're going to be right up there. So yeah, More goals to come, absolutely.
Have you got a target?
Yeah, I always have a target. I didn't reach it last year, but if I was under Danny, I would have got it 100. If I was under Danny for the whole time, I'd have got it 100%. So this season, I'll get it. So we'll see.